So, what's it like being a new YouTube creator? What's it like being on YouTube for 7 months? I've been on for 7 months now. I have 26,000 subscribers. I got monetized in 9 weeks. And I got to tell you, I've learned some things and I want to share with you four of them today. This is Old Mike, Old Me, a living better. If you watch my channel, you know my motto: if you ain't dead, you ain't done. You can live better every day, no matter what age you are, 1% better than yesterday. Number one, I got to tell you, it's harder than I ever dreamed. Starting a YouTube channel is harder than I ever dreamed. Now, if you're doing it as a hobby and you're not going to put a lot into it, you're not interested in getting monetized, probably not going to be that hard. But I went into it wanting to have some side income in my retirement. So I needed to get monetized, and I decided to do it in a professional way. But I associate it with starting a lemonade stand when I was a kid and growing that into a 5-star restaurant. Ha! When you start out at YouTube, you start out as a lemonade stand. Now, I spent 3 months working on launching my channel. You can watch my video on how I started a YouTube channel 80 years old, and I explained that 3-month process. But when I opened up my channel, I was still a lemonade stand, I gotta tell you. And I got a secret. All the gurus, or most of the gurus that you watch on YouTube that you follow, they're 5-star restaurants. They're not lemonade stands. Now, there's a few exceptions of people that track their progress in starting their channel, like Alexa Saarenoja. She started really early, day one, tracking her growth. Ty Myers does the same thing, or did the same thing. So there are those exceptions. But I got to tell you, most of the gurus, they're 5-star restaurants. I'm a lemonade stand. Can I compete with a 5-star restaurant? Now, I can take advice, but I don't know. If I'm taking advice from the chef as a 5-star restaurant for my lemonade stand, I don't know. So there's a lot of things that you can do to enhance your YouTube channel. But it's so important. It was important for me to understand who I was in the process of starting my channel. So number two, the shocker is it takes more time than you ever imagined. I've had to apply the 10x rule. Whatever I think is going to take an hour, probably going to take 10 hours. No, I'm serious. All the moving parts of doing a YouTube channel, software, the YouTube studio, all the intricacies of recording, thumbnails, the first 30 minutes, editing. Yeah, you can do it on your smartphone. That's the way I started, and I did my editing on my phone. I still do most of my editing on my phone. But as you advance and you begin to create videos that have value to people, and I think that's the key. You want to have value-based videos. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, and there's all kinds of challenges to that. I mean, just one software program that you're going to use. When CapCut went down, I switched over to DaVinci Resolve. And you see these YouTube, learn DaVinci Resolve in 10 minutes. No way. Man, I spent 3-4 days trying to figure out DaVinci Resolve. There's a lot of editors out there. You can edit in Canva. You can edit in even iMovie. I've done some editing there. But you still have to figure out how it works. You're not going to go in without some training and a learning curve. And I've discovered that learning curves can be really steep depending on what it is that you're doing. So I know that you can jump in your car, turn your camera on, you can shoot a video, you don't edit it, and you upload it. Did you know that each one of the videos that I put on my channel, I spend anywhere from 5 to 10 hours minimum working on that video? That includes the conception of it, the storyboarding of it, the idea generating of it, sometimes the research of it. I don't use AI very much, but once in a while I would do. So I will put together the concept for the video And sometimes, I'm working on that for a month, here and there, here and there, here and there, gathering all that information in my journal. Then I have to go through the process of setting up for the video. So, I've taken some time to dress up my studio, so to speak. All of that is time and investment. And when I shoot a video, the video may end up being 10 minutes or 20 minutes long, but the raw video may be an hour long. That's because you don't see all the stuff where I stop in between, start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. But that way I don't have to turn the camera off. It saves splicing. I just edit that stuff out when I get to the editor phase. So then some videos can take an hour or longer to load up to YouTube, and you got to get your SEO together. You got to get your description together. Oh yeah, did I mention thumbnails? A whole discussion on thumbnails. All of this takes time. I get comments from new YouTube creators all the time. I go take a look at their channel. They've allowed YouTube to stick up any old thumbnail out of their video. That's it. No thought to title. Sometimes I can spend an hour or two just thinking about a title, researching a title. Number 2 is it takes longer than you think. Number 1 is harder than you think. Number 2 is going to take longer than you think. And number 3, I hate this one. Things are not going to work. That's right. Things are not going to work. You're going to download a software program, or you're going to sign up for a service, and it's not going to work. Now, my channel is a brand channel. I have another channel that's my base channel, and I started this channel as a brand channel. I did it because on a brand channel, you can bring in other people to help manage the channel for you. It looked like a good deal. But nobody told me that when you do a brand channel, some software programs aren't going to work with that brand channel. I really love Ecamm Live. A couple of the gurus that I like to follow, they use Ecamm Live, especially in live streaming, a lot of functionality you can do. So I signed up for Ecamm Live, about the $300 version of it, and I get it loaded up, and I'm getting ready to set up a live stream, and I discovered that I could not connect my brand channel to Ecamm Live. Now I could connect my main channel, but not my brand channel. So to their credit, Ecamm Live support really came through. I mean, they didn't give me a solution, but man, they were responsive. I went back and forth for a couple of weeks trying to find a solution to the problem. It has to do with the API that's involved with the way YouTube processes external software. A brand channel cannot take that API that is based on and connect with Ecamm Live. No, and it won't connect with Riverside. It won't connect with anything. Now, there is a way to connect it to Zoom, but you got to go through about 50 different steps. Now, if you know how to connect Ecamm Live to a brand channel, let me know. I'd love to know. To their credit, Ecamm Live, after frustrating going through all of this, they did refund my entire $340 annual fee for Ecamm Live. I love to use Ecamm Live, but I can't. I've had several other software programs and things that really look good. And I got them, and they didn't work like I thought they would. And things break down. Things don't work right. I've got an Osmo 3 that I'm recording on now. I did a recording recently, and the Osmo 3 overheated and just stopped. You just don't know what's going to happen. The phone's going to ring. The dog's going to bark. The camera's going to stop. Things will happen. So number 1 is it's harder than I thought. Number 2, it takes more time than I thought. Number 3, I wasn't expecting all the difficulties with the software and all of the things that didn't work that I had to work through. And then number 4, finding your voice. Number 4, finding your voice is harder than you think. Now, I put a lot of things under number 4. Finding your voice is harder than you think. what do I mean by finding your voice? I mean by finding your niche, finding your comfort zone, getting comfortable behind a camera, thinking in terms of brand and brand identity. If you look at my channel, you notice that my thumbnails have a similar look, right? Maybe that too. But I get contacted 4 or 5 times a week from so-called thumbnail experts. And several of them I say, okay, send me a sample. So then they send me a sample of a thumbnail based on another one of my thumbnails or on my channel. And it's ghastly. Okay, it's clickable. It's probably clickbait, but it's not me. You have to spend some time thinking about your image, your brand. And I've discovered there's some disagreement on this, but I think it's really true. I think Chris Do said this. Somebody said it. It might have been Sean Connell. I don't know. But you are your brand. Now you notice Chris Do said this. He said you want them to come for your content, but you want them to stay for you. In other words, people are going to come and watch your content. You can have content on anything. But they won't come back, even if your content's good, if you stink. I hate to put it that way, but it's the truth. It is. It really is. You need to have some personality. Everybody's got personality. Okay? If you don't, go to a therapist. Figure it out. Come back to YouTube, and you'll do really great. But everybody's got personality. Let that shine. Find your voice. Be yourself. Let people fall in love with you. As Seth Godin, in the book, The Dip, he makes a point that the only people you really need to communicate is your world. And that's not the universe. That's the world of your subscribers. You be you to the world of your subscribers. Now, I got 26,000 subscribers, but guess what? I probably have 2,000 loyal viewers. I can go into my analytics. I release a video. I don't get 26,000 new views on those videos. Now, over time, they'll generate views. I release a video, and I'll get, over the first week or so, I'll probably get 1,000 views. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And looking at my analytics on the return subscribers and those who are new, I can see that out of my 26,000 subscribers, there's only about 2,000 of them that come back on a regular basis. So where are the rest of you guys? Where's the other 24,000? Where'd you guys go to anyway? So finding your voice is really important. I think it boils, and people are afraid to get in front of the camera, so we got all kinds of videos on camera confidence. I've got several of them that I recommend, people that I think are really great at this. But I always use the illustration like this. How confident were you when you learned how to drive a car? I remember when I learned how to drive a car, I drove a car sitting next to my dad in a 42 Ford Coupe, I think it was. Oh my word. And what did he do? He let me shift the gears. After doing that for a while, I finally got behind the seat scared to death. Scared to death. Did I have any confidence? None whatsoever. Most people that start learning how to drive that have never driven don't have a lot of confidence. Same thing with YouTube. You probably aren't going to have a lot of confidence. Now, since I've been a public speaker for 50 years, I have a lot of confidence in speaking, but I didn't have a lot of I'm still at the lemonade stand level, okay? So I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm listening to all these 5-star restaurant chefs on YouTube gurus. Give me all this advice from my little lemonade stand. I love it. Don't expect to be real confident when you start. But as you progress, you begin to create videos, you follow a plan, and you make your video 1% better every time. So you make a mistake. I made some epic mistakes in some of my videos, and you go watch them. My beard one is the one I love the most, where I trimmed my beard and got behind the camera in a dark shirt. Looked okay on on my phone, but on TV, I look like I was in a snowstorm. But I left that up. Build your confidence, accept your mistakes, laugh at yourself and with yourself. So here's a bonus I'm going to leave you with. Number 5. For what it's worth, my advice to new YouTube creators is to stay at the lemonade stand level until you're really ready to move on. When you're making the best lemonade in your neighborhood on Saturday, when you get your lemonade stand out on the corner and they're already lined up around the block for your lemonade, then maybe you can think about opening a second lemonade stand or upgrading to a pop-up event. I don't know. But you get my point. Don't try to hurry the process. Don't move from lemonade stand to 5-star restaurant overnight. You don't have to use all the tools, all the tricks, all the hacks, all the things that people tell you, well, this is going to get you 1,000 views. This will get you $1 million. This will get you all of those things. Those are a lot of those are people that don't know what they're talking about. Probably most of them are. They just want your clicks and your views. There's a few gurus that I really trust. They're at the 5-star restaurant level. And I love the advice they get. And they never say, you'll never hear them say, do this one hack and it'll solve all your problems. You just won't hear that. Because they're wiser than that. They all started at the lemonade stand level. Everybody starts at a lemonade stand. So my last encouragement to you, you have the best lemonade stand in your niche. You have the best lemonade stand on your block. You grow with that lemonade stand. You'll make it on YouTube. So after 7 months on YouTube, I've discovered it's harder than I ever dreamed. Am I discouraged? No. Do I love it? Yes, I do. Are there times I'm frustrated and I want to pull out my hair? Well, I don't have much hair. But are there times when I just want to throw the towel in? Absolutely, there are. But I love doing this. I love the comments I get. I love the things you guys say to me in the comments. I love my channel. I love what I'm doing. So I'm going to stay in it. I may be getting close to the end of the lemonade stand level. I don't know. But there's a lot of days I feel like, man, I'm just going out and making some lemonade and see what I can do with it. My encouragement is to you, don't be discouraged. If you love it, work through the process. Look at some of my videos on starting a YouTube channel. I've got resources in a lot of those videos. In my video, starting my YouTube channel at 80, I mentioned 4 other creators that are in that channel. You can go look at their stuff. You'll be really encouraged. I've never paid for a course. I did all my learning, listening to. By the way, there's a book, a video, a course, or a coach for everything you can do on YouTube. Did you hear me? There's a video, a course, a coach for everything that you can do on YouTube. And a book. That was it. Forgot that. You can buy all the books, get all the coaching, take all the courses. But if you're at the lemonade stand level, you can't go overnight to the 5-star restaurant level. You can make progress, but you can make progress on your own too. Be patient. Set goals that are achievable. I started out my channel mid last year, 2024, with a 2-year goal and a 1-year goal. I've achieved some of those goals already, but I have a lot more that I haven't. This is Old Mike, Old Me, living better, and I bet you can live better today than you did yesterday, and tomorrow better than you did today. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. I'll see you next time.